Hey everybody, today I'm going to make a video of a VMM or veterinary medical manipulation appointment, what it kind of looks like. So this is Carl, he's going to help me. He's very food motivated, but sometimes it's not the best patient, so we're going to do with this what we can. So when you come in for the first time, what I'm going to have you do is just take a look at your dog. All right, can you stand up, Carl? Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Okay, stand. Come here. Can you stand up? All right, stay right there. Okay. So what I want to look at is from the side. Wait. Is how flat is his back? Is he standing square? So you can see the back legs. No, don't stand. Come on, stand up here, baby. If you look at his back legs when he's standing, sorry, he tries to sit. He knows he has to sit for treats. Okay, square up. Oh, stay. No. Okay. Stay right here. Stay like this. Okay, so if you look at his back leg specifically here, this is supposed to be straight and up and down, and his is not. His is at quite of an angle, and sometimes it's over exaggerated just by how he stands. But if you look too, his legs aren't, it's supposed to go hip, stifle, hawk, straight down. His don't. His kind of does this. What we also want to look at while they're standing somewhat square, stay here, buddy, is their back. Is it flat? And so you can kind of tell his dip's a little here, and then there's a bit of a hump right here. And this is pretty normal for him. Come here. And then we want to look at their front legs as well. Stay here, Bubba. I know. And what you want to see, are they straight down as well? So he's a little bit tucked behind him here too. So he's not standing quite as square as we would want him to. He's also maybe not the best conformational dog either. So if you look at him from the front, let me see if I can square him to the camera. It's hard to see with him sitting. Can you stand? Can you stand up for me? Stay. Hey. Right here, stay. You can see he stands very narrow in the front here. Although this isn't too bad, but you can kind of see his back feet are a little bit out a little. So that is something that we look at when you first come in for your appointment, is how do they stand conformationally. So what I typically do once we get that all sorted out, stay here, buddy, is we start with the manipulation. So I like to start in the back. I feel like if I start right in the front, some of them, if they don't know me, it's a lot for me to be right up in their face. I know, Bubba's. So I'm going to start in the back. All right, stand up, buddy. So he's actually a little bit too tall for me, but he does not listen at all if he's on the ground. So ideally I would be doing him on the ground, but he thinks we're trying to play, so we don't do that with him. Some of the other dogs that come in, I might do them on the ground instead of on my bail. So with him, I'm going to start with his hip, and I'm going to check, does it externally rotate and internally rotate like it's supposed to? So we flex it a little bit, stick it on my leg, goes in a little, doesn't want to go out. So he'll go in, but he doesn't want to go out. So it means it's stuck or restricted internally, doesn't want to go out. So what I want to try and do is get it to go out. So I'm going to flex it, and I'm going to, I know, stay right here. Adjust that way. So this is one of those manipulations that isn't a thrust, an HVLA, it's just a hold. So then we're gonna check. We'll go in, and now it will go out. So that's fixed. So then I'm gonna go to his stifle, and I'm gonna check his tibia. And again, I'm not in the best situation for this. I just have to do what I can do for him. So this is not ideal stance for me in my back. So his stifle feels fine. We're gonna go to his hock. Like that. And it feels great. And we're gonna do his metatarsals, which are the long bones of his foot. I know, he doesn't love it. Looks good, and we'll check your little tootsies. I know, you're such a good boy. Okay, so that looks great. Let's see. So we're gonna do the other side. Check. So now this one, his hip will go out, but it doesn't want to go in. So we're gonna adjust it. Like that. There you go. Goes in, goes out. So now that hip is adjusted too. We're going to check stifle. And then his hook. And then his metatarsals and his toes. Those all feel great. So that's the back leg. And then what I do next is I do the pelvis. So I am checking the pelvic alignment as well as the sacrum. See? Okay, next we're gonna do is pelvis. So he notoriously has what we say is PI, or posterior inferior pelvis. So he, instead of being straight, he's tipped up instead of, or AS is where they're tipped down. So we're gonna check that. And he does. So we're gonna adjust it. And then we're gonna check the other side. So he had bilateral, one on each side. And then we're gonna check his sacrum, his sacral base, which feels good. And then we'll check his sacral apex. Check his sacral apex as well. Which feels really good. Okay, stay. So now we're gonna go up his spine. So just start with L7, 6, L5, 4. No, you're gonna be straight. Come here. Hey, stay. So he's pretty good in his lower back. Right here around his T13, L1. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust that. Like that. So as you can see, he doesn't really care. He's pretty good through here. So his back's pretty good. And he is a young guy, he just turned 3. So next what I like to do, is their front legs. Okay, can you sit? Carl, sit. Good boy. So we're gonna check their shoulders. We're gonna see, do the shoulders rotate internally or externally? And his want to come out, doesn't really want to go in. So we're going to, no, this is his worst part because he likes to play. Right, can you sit? Sit, sit. So I'm going to hold this, bend your elbow. There we go. And then we're checking the elbow. And again, I'm not in the best position for this, for my own back. Checked his elbow feels fine. His carpus feels fine. His metatarsals, you're fine, which he doesn't love. And then his toes. Okay, stay. So then we're gonna do the other side. Indiana. Check his shoulder. So kind of the same thing on this side. Doesn't want to have, it's externally rotated. He doesn't want to rotate it in, which means it's restricted to externally. So I'm going to push it back internally. Okay, much better now. Check his elbow. And any popping that you might hear, it's probably not loud enough for the camera to pick it up, is me. They do not make noises when we adjust them. Stay. Metacarpals, and then his toes feel really good. Okay, so the last part that we do is the last part that I do is their neck. As you can see, when I do their shoulders, I get really close to their face. So if I did that first, sometimes if I don't know the dog or they don't know me, that can be a little intimidating. So I like to start with the back, move my way forward. Yes, I know. And then I like to finish up with the neck. So with the neck, we check their atlas, which if you've had chiropractic adjustments before on your pets, a lot of times that is, quote, out, means it's restricted one way or the other. So I like to check that first. We do need to have their heads straight. So he's restricted on this side. Much better. So I'm going to switch sides. And I try not to switch sides as much as possible. As you can see, he gets a little excited when I start moving around too much. But you know, you have to with the position that I need to be in, and you make sure I have the correct line of drive. And it's just my routine. So put your hand on straight, buddy. I like that. That's good. That's good. Oh, good boy. Okay. Good boy. No, no. Oh no, almost done. No, come here. Hey, no, sit. Sit up. Come on. Sit. 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 Okay. Stay. Good boy. So then this part is probably what looks the worst to most people who are watching you haven't done, just because we really do have to get their necks twisted to the side in order to get them in the correct position to have them adjusted. So it looks probably the worst. Let me just go down the neck. So his neck's pretty good on that side. So I'm gonna switch, stay. Switch sides. So he's restricted right here. And then, good boy. And that's it.